Hello all, welcome to Gurukul CAT 100 series, a series designed to take you from your study room to your corporate boardroom. I am Deepak and this is Daily Quant with Deepak. Hi everyone, welcome back to day 87 of 100 days to CAT Quant series. In this video, we'll be discussing 5 questions from Quant. So whenever a question is displayed on the screen, pause the video, try solving that question. Once you're done solving, you can resume the video. If you find this video helpful, like the video, share this video with your friends who are preparing for CAT, and most importantly, for more videos of this kind, subscribe to this channel and let us help you with your CAT preparation. In case if you want to attempt these 5 questions in the form of a test, you can log into our portal, the gurukul.org.in. The link is already in the description. Now, once you click on that link, you'll get enrolled to a course called 100 Days Race to CAT, in which you'll be having 3 sections: Quant, LRD, and VRs. We'll be uploading 100 tests in each section, so that if you're a serious CAT 25 aspirant, you cannot afford missing these 100 tests, and these are absolutely for free. And you'll get to practice close to 1500 questions, which we consider to be a good number of questions for your CAT preparation at this stage, right? And without any further delay, let's get started. Now coming to the first question, in a city, there is a tall tower located at a point. 3 observation points, X, Y, and Z, are positioned at distances of 5 meters, 10 meters, and 20 meters respectively from the base of the tower. The angles of elevation of the top of the tower from X and Z are complementary. What is the height of the tower in meters? Now what do you mean by 2 angles being complementary? Now I can say that A and B are complementary when they add up to 90 degrees. Now we have a tower of, let us say, height h, and 3 observation points x, which is 5 meters or 5 meters from the foot of the tower, y, which is at a distance of 10 meters from the foot of the tower, and z, which is at 20 meters from the foot of the tower, right? Then what? We are given with the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from x and z to be complementary. So if this is theta, this would be 90 minus theta. Now if this angle is 90 minus theta, now since this is a right angle triangle, this angle becomes theta, right? Now what are we given with, right? So in the smaller triangle, in this triangle, we are given with the adjacent side to angle theta, and we should be finding the opposite side. Now which sine or cos or tan, which involves opposite side and adjacent side? Tan, right? So you need to identify that. So from the smaller triangle, tan theta will be nothing but opposite by adjacent, so h by 5, right? And from the larger triangle, we are given with the opposite side to theta, and we are asked to find the adjacent side. So tan theta would be opposite 20 by h, and in both the triangles we are discussing about the same angle, right? So tan theta, now these two should be equal. So if I cross multiply, h square is equal to 100, or the height of the tower becomes 10 meters. So option B should be the answer to this question. Now coming to the second question, Raghav, Sohan, and Tarun work at different rates and take time to complete a job individually in the ratio 2:3:4. They take on a project which the 3 of them together can complete by working 4, 8 by 13 hours each day for 4 consecutive days. However, during the first 4 days, only Raghav and Sohan contribute, working 3 hours per day. The remaining work is then completed by Tarun alone. Determine the number of hours Tarun will need to complete the unfinished portion of the job, right? So we are given with Raghav, Sohan, and Tarun, and the ratio of the times taken by these 3 people to complete the job individually, and that ratio is 2:3:4. Now if the times taken are in the ratio 2:3:4, their efficiencies will be in the ratio 1/2:1/3:1/4. Now just to avoid fractions, I will be multiplying this ratio with the LCM of the denominators. What is the LCM of 2, 3, and 4? 12. Right. Now let me multiply this ratio with 12. Now 12 by 2, 6:4:3. So their efficiencies are in the ratio 6:4:3. So let me assume that Raghav completes 6 units of work in 1 hour, right? Because the unit time here is mentioned in hours, right? So Sohan 4 units of work in 1 hour, and Tarun 3 units of work in 1 hour, right? Now they take a project which the three of them together can complete by working 4 8 by 13. Now 13 into 4 is 50 to 52 plus 8. Now they take 60 by 13 hours working every day for 4 days, right? Now this is the total time that all the three of them will be working to complete the task. Now what is the combined efficiency of all the three? 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 3 13, right? So this is equal to 240. So to complete the task, 240 units of work has to be done, right? Now they should be completing 240 units of work, but what happened? During the first 4 days, only Raghav and Sohan contribute, right? Now what is the combined efficiency of Raghav and Sohan? 10 units per hour, and they're working for only 3 hours every day, and they work for 4 days. So they would have completed 120 units of work, right? So 120 units of work is pending, and this should be finished by Tarun working alone. Now, what is the efficiency of Tarun? 3. So, if Tarun can complete 3 units of work in 1 hour to complete 120 units of work, Tarun will take 40 hours. So, 40 becomes the answer to this question. Now coming to the third question. The average of three distinct real numbers is 36. If the smallest number is increased by 11 and the largest number is decreased by 8, the order of the numbers remains the same. And after this adjustment, the new average becomes 3 less than the unchanged middle number. And the difference between the new largest and the new smallest number becomes 71. What was the largest number in the original set? Right. Now let me consider the three numbers to be A, B, and C. A being the smallest and C being the largest. Right. So the average of these three distinct real numbers is 36. So if the average is 36, the sum of these three numbers should be 108. Done. Now the smallest number is increased by 11. So this becomes A plus 11. And the largest number is decreased by 8. So this becomes C minus 8. And there is no change in the middle number. So that is B. Right. Now after this adjustment, the new average becomes 3 less than the unchanged middle number. Right. So this would be average will be B minus 3, and sum of these three should be into 3. Right. Now this is nothing but A plus B plus C plus 3 is equal to B minus 3 into 3. Now we know the value of A plus B plus C. 108. 108 plus 3 is 111. Right. So 111 is equal to B minus 3 into 3. So 3, 3, 7. 37 is 111. So 37 is equal to B minus 3, or this implies B is equal to 40. Right. So the middlemost term is 40. Done. Now after this adjustment, okay, we are done with this. And the difference between the new largest and the new smallest number becomes 71. Right. Now new largest is C minus 8 minus new smallest A plus 11. Now this is given to be 71, right? So C minus 8 minus A minus 11 is equal to 71, or C minus A is equal to 71 plus 19. That's nothing but 90, right? And now since we have two variables, we need two equations, right? One equation is C minus A is equal to 90, and the other equation can be obtained by placing the value of B in this equation, right? So if I put the value of B in that equation, right, so we will be having C plus A is equal to 108 minus 40, 68. Done. Now add these two. So you'll be having 2C is equal to 90 plus 68, 158, right? So if it's 158, if 2C is equal to 158, C is equal to 79, right? So the value of C is 79. Now what was asked? What was the largest number in the original set? 79 becomes the answer to this question. Now coming to the fourth question. Consider a cubic equation 49x cube minus px square minus 21x plus 3 is equal to 0. If sum of the two zeros nothing but solutions, two solutions of the equation is 0, then what can be the possible value of p, right? So let the three roots be alpha, minus alpha and beta, because it is mentioned that the sum of two roots of that equation is 0. So if one is alpha, the other has to be minus alpha. And we know that if we have any cubic polynomial, right? So x cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. Sum of roots taken one at a time will be minus b by a, two at a time plus is equal to c by a, and all three at a time is equal to minus d by a. Right? Now, if I consider this, what are the roots? Alpha, minus alpha, and beta. So, sum of the roots alpha plus minus alpha plus beta should be equal to minus b by a. Here, what is the value of b? B is minus p. So, minus of minus p. P by what is the value of a? 49. So, these two will get cancelled, and beta is equal to p by 49. And one way of solving this is, now we know that beta is one of the roots of that polynomial, right? Substitute the value of x as p by 49, right? So you can find the value of p, or we can as well use this. Now alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a, right? So alpha into beta plus minus alpha into beta plus alpha into minus alpha. This should be what? Now this should be c by a. Now what is the value of c? Minus 21. So this should be minus 21 by 49, which is nothing but minus 3 by 7. Now if you observe, these two will get cancelled, and we'll have minus alpha square is equal to minus 3 by 7, or alpha square is equal to 3 by 7. Done. Then what? Alpha beta gamma should be equal to minus d by a. Now, so we have alpha into minus alpha into beta. This should be equal to, what is the value of d? 3 minus 3 by 49. Now, minus alpha square into beta. So we have minus alpha square into beta is equal to minus 3 by 49. Now, what is the value of alpha square? 3 by 7. So minus 3 by 7 into beta is equal to minus 3 by 49, or beta is equal to, these two will get cancelled, 1 by 7, right? Now beta is equal to 1 by 7. Now what is beta? P by 49. So 1 by 7 is equal to P by 49, or this implies P is equal to 49 by 7, 7. So what was asked? We are asked to find the possible value of P. So option C should be the answer to this question. Now coming to the fifth question. A regular hexagon PQRSTU has each side measuring 3 centimeters. Let x be the midpoint of side RS. What is the length of PX in centimeters? So we have regular hexagon PQRSTU. Right. Now x is the midpoint of side RS. Now what was asked? We are asked to find the length of px, right? Now in the case of regular hexagon, I want you guys to remember two values so that you need not waste time on finding those values in the exam, right? Now if you join the opposite vertices of a regular hexagon like p and s, or q and t, and r and u, right? So the length of that diagonal will be 2 times the length of the side. Now what is the side here? 3 centimeters. So the length of ps will be 2 into 3, 6 units in length. And the other diagonals, the length of PR, QS, right? So RT, QU, right? They will be root 3 times the side. So PR will be 3 root 3, PS will be 6, and length of RS, which is nothing but side of that hexagon, is 3. Now here, let us apply a special right angle triangle ratio here, right? Now what is the ratio of these three sides? 3 is to 3 root 3 is to 6, which is nothing but 1 is to root 3 is to 2. Now this is 30, 60, 90 right angle triangle. So the angle opposite to side RS should be 60 degrees, right? This should be 90 degrees and this should be what? 60 degrees, right? Now what was asked? We are asked to find px, right? Now you have this being 90 degrees and PRX is also right angle triangle where PX is the hypotenuse. Now we know this side 3 root 3 and RX is nothing but 3 by 2, half of the side, right? Let's apply Pythagoras theorem. So Px square is equal to 3 root 3 whole square plus 3 by 2 whole square. Now this is nothing but 3 root 3 square is 27. 27 plus 9 by 4. Now 27 into 4 is 108. 108 plus 9 by 4. Now 108 plus 9 is 117. So this becomes 117 by 4. Now what is 117 by 4? Px whole square. Right. Or what would be the value of Px? Under root 117 by 4. Now this will be root 117 by 2. Okay, which is not in the options. Now let's see if we can simplify 117. 1 plus 1 plus 7 is 9. So this should be a multiple of 9. Right. So 9 into 13 is 117. So this can be written as 3 root 13 by 2. Hence option D should be the answer to this question.
Hope you enjoyed learning from today's session.
This series is designed to help you with your CAT preparation and practice daily. We are with you in this journey.
To watch the next video, click here. And to watch Gurukul's CAT 100 series, study room to boardroom, the entire playlist, click here.
If you learned from today's session, like, share, and subscribe.